I tried to sneak in a bite of a banana before the countdown ran
I
out.
couldn't believe I saw you doing that with 3 seconds left on the
I
countdown.
was like,
You had so much time.
I know. And I really could have done it, but then I thought how stupid I am to wait that long, and then I started making myself laugh, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was caught. So I had eggs in the morning. Good morning, by the way. Happy Monday, everybody. I had eggs, 3 eggs, but I did a workout today. So, are you a Peloton guy?
I was for a long time during
Dude.
COVID. Absolutely, dude.
So, okay, as someone who works in real estate, I remember when Peloton took off in like right after COVID. I think 2021. Everybody, dude, I'm not even exaggerating. I was showing 2-bedroom apartments to couples where the second bedroom you think would be like where you are fucking having a kid. It's like, oh, this is where we're going to put the Peloton.
Yeah.
I didn't go in or out of an apartment that didn't have a Peloton or someone that was getting a Peloton. And I don't know if you were playing the stock market pretty heavily back then. I think you and I were. We were exchanging some trades. But I thought Peloton was going to crush. And I don't know if they intend on making some sort of Netflix documentary on this, but it fucking did the opposite of crushing.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like workouts, a lot of them are fads, like certain types of workouts. And I'm not
Yep.
saying biking is a fad. Like there's people that love biking, but you know what's fun about biking? Actually going outside.
Yep.
And
Well
that's
said.
what I like. After a while, I was like, wait, why the fuck am I sitting in my office riding the stationary bike? I literally, you know what I did after Peloton? I got a real bike. Started riding a real bike and actually fucking going places. So much more fun.
That's a very, very good take. So I have done bike riding in the city. I don't find it enjoyable. Like people bike ride like crazy around here. I city bike, but I borrowed Greg's actual bike once during COVID. Because I don't know if I told you this, but I ran a 10K on my own, which is like 6 miles, and I couldn't walk for a week. My knees hurt so bad. So I was like, I got to still exercise and whatnot. So I borrowed his bike. Dude, it sucks because you can't go. You have to like stop every couple blocks because it's a red light or people are crossing.
That doesn't seem fun to me. I'm talking about hopping on a bike in like a nice bike trail in Orlando. You don't have to stop. You can fly through 20, 30 miles. It's very fucking.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We stayed in Orlando and I went and got a bike on like Facebook Marketplace for $100-$200, and I was biking every day. It was amazing. It's very zen too. Robin Williams apparently got really into bike riding. Obviously, I think he ended up committing suicide, but like to try to like zen out, and like meditation. It's a very good exercise. But anyways, I biked on a Peloton because they added them to my building. They got one. Like my building is falling apart. And whoever runs this fucking place decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to paint the gym and put in a fucking Peloton. Last thing we needed. None of the elevators work. The place fucking stinks. But anyways, I did the Peloton for the first time today.
Yeah.
9 minutes in, I was dripping sweat.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's very legitimate. Yeah.
Very legitimate. So I have my 3 eggs. And sometimes I realize like when we're doing this, like I kind of hit a wall and I think to myself like, fuck. I should have eaten more, because like food is fuel to keep you going. And I started to realize like, shit, I'm getting hungry. So I grabbed this banana to have as like a reserve. But then I was like, you know what? I just want like a bite of it right now. So anyways, happy freaking Monday. What's up, Chew? By the way, Steak, let's turn your gain up and see what happens. Do you not have this? Look.
No, hold on. Yeah, I do. What you don't realize, I don't think, is I have a box.
Okay.
I don't know if that matters to you.
No, I don't know what the box does, though. That controls your audio?
Yeah. How about now?
Oh, it sounds fucking great. Now you can sit back to your normal spot.
I don't want to sit back.
You sound much better.
Perfect. Love that.
Sounds like microphone quality. Did you
enjoy what you made me think about when you said you ran 6 miles and your knees hurt? Didn't those 2 guys play tennis for 6 hours yesterday?
Great segue.
I mean, bro, could you imagine playing tennis at that level for 6 fucking hours? And I'm not trying to compare everything to this, but like I watched you play basketball against B for 5 minutes.
Here we go.
And I'm sorry. It's just, it does help compare the normal person to a world-class athlete. 6 hours of what they were doing. I mean, that is absolutely fucking insane.
The fitness that you have to be in to be a tennis player, bro. a swimmer. Have you swam?
Yeah, it's so hard.
So hard.
So
The
hard.
best workouts that I have that I've done like regularly, not within the past couple of years, but have you ever boxed?
Yeah.
If you ever go to a boxing class, I did one in Orlando actually before I moved up. I like bought like the month pass. The shit ain't cheap. You got to buy the gloves, you buy the wraps and everything. The fucking boxing workouts, like even if you just hit a bag for 10 minutes, one of the best workouts you're going to do. Swimming also. Look at you says I can't swim, sadly. That is sad. It makes you want to pick up a racket on God. Yeah. It's incredible. And again, Steak, I remind you, as guys who regularly exercise but are getting older, you are reminded that there's a different type of stamina and a type of shape and cardio that we do not do. You don't run as fast as you can. I don't run as fast as I can. You don't sprint. You don't do suicides. Kind of want to do it.
Yeah. Sprinting, a little sprint, then a walk, sprint, then a walk. That should be really good.
I believe they call them intervals.
Yeah, I believe they do too.
Talk to a source over the weekend. Garland to the Magic has gained serious steam again, per source. Really?
Yeah, that's been talked about for sure.
Alcaraz versus Sinner was the whole weekend. Incredible stuff. Yeah. So Steak, I was watching the first two sets. It looked like it was going to be over quick. So my wife and I, we got hashtag blessed with some good weather here in New York, finally, because the weather's been miserable. But real estate has changed in the sense that everybody during the summer travels. So it used to be your weekends are really busy. Now my weeks are really busy. Like people are going to see things. For example, I got to go out tomorrow at 9 a.m. and I have another something at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So the mornings and the evenings and the afternoons of the weekdays are busy. The weekends are dead slow. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to have a fucking weekend. So we decided to go to the Prospect Park, which if anybody lives in New York, Prospect Park is beautiful. It's like the Central Park of New York, of Brooklyn. And we walked. And I left after it looked like it was going to be an ass whooping. And I also placed, did you see my Alcaraz wager?
Yeah.
I placed a wager. Nothing significant. It was plus 170. As soon as I placed that wager, of course, he goes to like plus 230. Then he goes to plus 500 because it looked like Sinner had him, dead in the water. Naturally, we go to walk around the park, and then I check my phone, and all I see on the Twitter feed are everybody's tweeting in all caps that it's the best tennis match I've ever seen. There is, as a sports fan, there is just no good time to take your fucking eyes off what's going on.
Yeah.
Because there's just always something. You're just going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to take the chance.
Yeah. I mean, I think what I was the most shocked about was I've never seen that much tennis talked on Twitter ever. But also, like I said, like it was all day, dude. People were talking about that all fucking day long from morning to night. I was like, holy shit. I had FOMO. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I had FOMO.
You were obligated as well, or you couldn't watch it, or you just chose
couldn't really watch it now.
I had FOMO. FOMO hit me, but I did have a nice day. I enjoyed myself getting into a park. It's nice to get yourself surrounded in trees, especially when you live in a fucking concrete jungle. The trade-off was to sit there for 6 hours and watch tennis. Yeah. People just now realizing tennis grand slams fuck like golf majors fuck. Listen, I'll give you a little quick tennis story. Well, Steak, you've recently gotten into golf, which I think you're happy with that decision. 80 to you got Ryan Fox quantitative. Yeah. Look at you. God, dude, quantitative is all over the fucking place. Good for you, quantitative. So you've gone to golf tournaments, which you have had great feedback of. Have you ever watched tennis live?
Never live, no.
It's awesome. I've said it and I'll say it again. The U.S. Open out in Flushing was one of the best sporting events I've ever been to. I went for my first time in 2014-15. I've been once or twice since. I'm going to go again this year. Very much looking forward to it. Go ahead. You got something.
How much did you gamble?
I gambled a lot. I gambled nonstop. And quick funny tennis story for you. When I went there, sports gambling was not legal then. So it was strictly offshore and whatnot. But there's always on offshore, there's always been tennis offerings. I mean, I was gambling on tennis fucking 15, probably almost 20 years ago in college. We were staying up to watch the Aussie Open. Some of my friends probably remember that. There was a huge ordeal. That's when my Xbox got stolen. I won't get into that story. I think you know it. But anyways, this is funny. If you ever go to a tennis event, I learned this the hard way. I bet against somebody and I went on the early stages. So you just walk in and out of all these different stadiums and you watch like these low level guys play, but you get up in there. It's not crowded. It's great. This guy that I bet against double faulted. Do you know what that is?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So he hits the fucking net and it's like, it's pin drop quiet. He fucking serves and hits the net again. My guy gets the point and I stand up and I go, let's go, or something like that, or fuck yeah. And I went with my buddy, you know him, Dustin, and his dad. His dad is hilarious, but they're like diehard tennis guys. His dad grabbed the back of my shirt so fast and pulled me down because it is tennis etiquette. You do not cheer when someone double faults. Like that.
It makes sense, to be fair. You're an asshole.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, that's also, there was a drink called the Honey Deuce, which was great in Flushing. It's gone way downhill. It's too mainstream. It's like pre-made now. It's disgusting. What's up, Suck It Wheel? DJen always withholds the cool stories and tells the ones about airport food. That's not true.
I think you've told pretty cool stories in here.
I've got in my wheelhouse, I have some are good and some are going to be really bad. You're just going to have to take the good with the bad, like Marilyn Monroe said.
I know what we should talk about. Did you see that Wander Franco was charged with gun possession in the Dominican Republic?
No, I have not. I have not followed him at all.
You haven't followed him all? Well, that's his latest. He was charged with gun possession.
Seems like he's not a great human being.
Maybe not. I wonder how old the gun was.
Very funny. And it's really too bad because people may or may not forget that Wander Franco was like playing the best baseball of anybody in the league. Need the Xbox story? No, we won't get into it. It's not a great memory. Back from deployment. Bang. What's up, Scabeezy? Scambeezy. Yeah, but look what happened to Big Papa. Yeah, but look what happened to Big Papa. What happened to Big Papa? Who was Big Papa?
Maybe Big Papi, probably. Also, I'm sorry, I'll shut up about Wander Franco. That motherfucker is 24 years old. That's crazy. That's crazy that he's 24 years old.
Why is that crazy?
I don't know. I just feel like he's so young.
You thought he was younger?
Big Papi got shot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, dude, I know. It's unbelievable. The guy was going to be an absolute fucking superstar. Like, yeah, he was going to be like Ronald Acuna type shit.
Yeah, he would have been so good for the Yankees.
Big Papi got shot in the Dominican Republic in 2019. Good morning, Pranav, by the way. Yeah.
To be fair, I know that. He just said Big Papa, and that was very
confused. Yeah. I knew that too. Big Papa is not his nickname. I have a Big Papi story. When I went to the Rays game, remember my old roommate, Sergio?
Yeah. Okay. I don't like the way you said it, but yeah.
Sergio. I don't know why I said that either. Sergio. So anyways, it's just like, the French Open was yesterday and I just feel like European after. Anyways, so we go, he lives in Tampa. His whole family lives in Tampa and he has a cousin, his little cousin. Like these are like diehard Rays fans. And we've been going to Rays games for a long time. You and I have gone to a fuck ton of Rays games when I lived in Orlando. And I don't know about a fuck ton, but a decent amount. Anyways, we go to a Red Sox game, Red Sox Rays. Atmosphere is awesome when the Red Sox and Yankees are in town. Obviously, right? Well, this kid, I thought this was so funny. The Red Sox had players that, even though I hated them, it was impossible not to love. Like, how can you not love Pedroia, Pedro Martinez, Manny Ramirez? Big Papi, by far, was one of my best, my favorite baseball players of all time.
There was a time where the entire nation loved Big Papi for sure.
Okay, so I thought this was hilarious. This kid could not have been over the age of like 8 years old. We all sit together, big group of us. He's sitting right in front of me. When Big Papi comes up, he turns around and his mom is like covering his eyes. He loves Big Papi so much, he can't even watch him at the plate against the Rays. He's a Rays fan. But Big Papi was his favorite baseball player. When Big Papi was at the plate, he couldn't watch. He would go like this. 8 years old.
Yeah, that's adorable. And
adorable.
It's also so stupid.
What's wrong? Why is it stupid?
Hey, you love Big Papi that much, you might as well just root for his team, buddy.
No.
I'm not with that at all. That's a little weird.
You can love players on other teams.
Not that much.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. You're again, growing up a Magic fan, I fell in love with Gary Payton, but it did have me rooting for the Sonics.
Okay, can I tell you what that's like? That's like being married, right? In a healthy marriage, but you're in love with someone else and you tell your wife, like, it's totally fine. Everything's fine. Just if I look at her, I'll cry.
But you're 7 years old.
I don't
You
give a
can't-
fuck. It's weird, dude.
You can't, it's not you're fucking 7, bro. You do weird shit. You like chew
Yeah, I
your
know.
toenails and stuff.
But you're totally allowed to just say I'm a Red Sox fan at 7 years old. No one will judge you, especially if your other option is the Tampa Bay fucking Rays.
Fuck you, man. The Rays were fucking cool back then.
No, they are
too.
cool, dude. I have nothing against the Rays. I have nothing against the Rays, but that kid should just be a Red Sox fan.
All right. Well, he wasn't a Red Sox fan. He was a Rays fan. I thought that was adorable.
Sure he was.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, I wanted to God, what did I want to ask you? There was something about the recap I wanted to ask you, not related to. Oh, did you have anything in the golf tournament?
I had Corey Connors. How about the Boston Red Sox? So while we're on topic, plus 180, cash it. I've officially moved into the green, 0.1 units, betting the Boston Red Sox this month.
I mean this with all sincerity. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, it's
very happy for you.
It did not sound sincere, remotely sincere.
What do you want? What do you want me to do?
I don't know, dude. We'll check again later.
Go
ahead. I don't even know who they play today. Oh, the Rays. You're fucked, buddy. That kid, that kid
might be
probably still a Rays fan, but he's gonna wear a Big Poppy throwback to the fucking game.
Dusty Max coming in hot with some
hit away.
Alec F80 with a sub that can't go unnoticed. Best storyteller. Thank you for that comment. 11 months. Appreciate you. And Dusty Max 1979 with 10 more subs. Look at that. Who got him? You hate ad be tied Merman Hunster. That is a fun Merman
anything.
Toki Lavish from Jamaica. What's up, Lavish from Jamaica? Data Mia. Okay, I can't say these. Woozy thoughts. That's a fun one. Did I get fired yet? No, I think you quit. You know, like there's always those situations where it's like, no, you didn't quit. We fired you. I think Fat Girls quit.
Yeah, in my book, he quit too.
I can't see you two being athletic, but maybe I am wrong.
I just say I don't know what sports media does for a living or if he has a job, but I like the idea of him sitting at a job and he looks at the time and he's like, oh shit, it's 10:15. Like I need to go fucking insult fucking Steak and Degen real quick. Randomly. Like when the fuck were we even talking about ourselves being athletic?
No.
What the fuck? Going sports.
Oh, media? Wait. We talked about regularly exercising, but not being in like actual good shape. So
yeah, we talked about you not being able to play basketball for 5 minutes and neither of us sprinting ever.
I really wish when we were there that you would have played someone one-on-one. I would have loved to have compared my stamina.
I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. And it's not, I don't think I'm in better shape than you. Like you run a mile quicker than me. It's not that I think I'm in better shape than you, but whatever shape that was, I would have lasted longer in a game of one-on-one. I'm just personally guaranteeing you. And my knees would not.
Really think so?
I'm personally guaranteeing it. I'll even allow you to test the theory. Like I'll play Beeve one-on-one. I'm not saying I'd be better basketball player than you.
No, I know. I know what you're saying.
Even though I think I am slightly, I would last longer in a game of one-on-one for sure.
I don't disagree that you would probably be a better basketball player, but I think the way Beeve was playing me on the perimeter and how long he was and how much effort it took just to go like side to side.
It looked exhausting for sure.
It was really bad.
The size difference was absolutely a bigger problem than I factored in for sure.
And Dusty Max, appreciate you with all the sub bangs, man. You're the number one contributor, I would assume in here. Suck it, Will. You're not too far behind. Appreciate the 5 you gave out last week. But yeah, Steak for Degen. That'd be a good one.
That'd be a good time. Not
even just saying this to complain. I'm really. I think like if I say things, maybe I'm very opinionated, but I'll exaggerate and whatnot. Mostly in like good humor. My knee still hurts, and it's coming on 3 months, and it still hurts. Now I can still do things like again. I just did the Peloton. I walked 4 miles yesterday. No big deal. By the way, loving the Aura Ring. I don't have it on because I just washed my hands and I took it off. Like the calorie tracker. I think I burned like 1,300 calories yesterday, which is I feel like is pretty good. Yeah. I love that thing. And the sleep score, incredible. W Ring. They should fucking sponsor us. Shout out to Pickett, by the way. Make sure you download Pickett, sync your sports books. I don't want to look at my Pickett. Don't go look at my Pickett calendar. Do you have a green day in June?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I have plenty of red days too. I have a few green days.
So back on the topic of the Red Sox, good for you. This team, they've got some guys on the bottom of that lineup who I've never heard of before. They're scrappy at the plate, and I love that. That's what I want to bet on a team. I want guys who are scrappy at the plate. Like when I hated the fucking Rays when they were so lifeless, they had the most pathetic at bats ever. For the past couple of years, they would go through slumps like that. That's what I unfortunately decided to bet on, Steak. The Washington Nationals are terrible.
Well, I'm just letting you know because I don't respect what you're threatening to do, which is give up on the Washington Nationals, I believe, which we'll discuss when we get to baseball. But the day that you give up on the Washington Nationals, I'm going to adopt them. And then you're going to be like, when they start winning, which they will, you're going to bitch so much. Oh, Steak stole my bitch. I like the Washington Nationals. But just remember, there's always a reason. There's always a reason why I steal your bitch. You treat your bitches horribly.
Not even remotely comparable.
Mm-hmm.
Not even remotely comparable. I will bring up something. You will align and agree with it, which is totally fine. And then maybe I won't talk about it for a few weeks. And then you'll ramp up that conversation.
Because you don't put your nuts on the table. Like you're not
I agree.
You're not going to ride out the Nationals.
I totally agree. I'm not denying that I don't put my nuts on the table. My nuts have been smashed. I am a soft freaking mushed potato. I'm a shell of myself. You know that song? I keep saying this. I'm half the man I used to be. It's a great rock song.
Really,
that
really
is my anthem.
Really good song. I got good news. The Nationals don't play today.
That's great news. But I have a legitimate question for you. So the Nationals have not scored more than 3 runs all month. Okay. It's June 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not realize, though, at least a little bit, like this team is dying? And I don't want to bet on a dying team. I want to bet on a team that's getting hot. They had like 4 fucking hits yesterday, dude. 4 against. I don't even know who fucking pitched for the Rangers. It wasn't anybody that great. Obviously, if you can't hit DeGrom, I don't care. Okay.
Didn't they not? No. Never mind. It wasn't Corbin. Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Well,
No. Corbin pitched a complete game, I think.
Was that against the Nationals?
Yeah, but the Nationals won. They won like 2-0 or something. Also, fucking Matthew Boyd had a perfect game in the 7th inning.
They won that game too.
Okay, but let me just explain something to you. They are so pathetic and putrid at the plate. I don't. All right. Okay. Hold on. How about this? I'll propose. I will adopt a different team. But how about this? The only way. Hold on. Hear what I have to say. The only way I can move off of the Nationals is if I fade them.
They play the Mets tomorrow in New York. Would you maybe want to go get eyes on them in person?
No. Why would I want to do that? No.
Dude, you should go to the game, dude.
I'm going to go to the Rays game this weekend.
Oh, is that next series for the Mets?
Yeah.
That's fun. That's good. That's going to be fun.
It's great. I hope the fucking weather holds up. No, but in all seriousness, I'm going to Putrid. Buddy has been listening to Frank the Tank too much. It's funny you say that. I actually haven't been listening to him at all, but I'm a Frank the Tank guy. Is he the only one that says the word putrid? Permission denied. No. They ever hit lefties that well, though. Fair enough. Yeah, STP, one of my favorite bands. So hold on. What if I take the Nationals like alt under win total, or the Nationals to, well, not miss the playoffs? They're going to miss the playoffs. What if I do something like that for like 2 units? Does that give you permission to get off of them?
The second you start doing anything like fading the Nationals or you stop betting them, I'm starting to take them. And I'm going to be really vocal about it.
That's not stealing my bitch. That's me giving up.
Fine. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever makes you feel better.
I don't think you understand though. Can you acknowledge the Nationals are terrible right now?
What? Yeah, sure. Let's take a look.
It's like they haven't scored 3 runs in 7 games.
But what about the pitching?
I mean, their pitching's been okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they haven't been very good.
It's better, Flatwoods fella. I still got this on, but I don't have to wear it as much. You know what's hurting me lately? My left shoulder. I don't know what's going on. What did you guys say this was? Like, there's like a bone right here. This is hurting. I don't know what it is.
For the most part, the Nationals have just been super average.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
They have. They just had a bad series, and you're bitching. That's donating a bitch.
You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me.
Risings or me?
You.
Oh, I fucking hear you, dude. I hear you. And I'm telling you right now, the gambling gods don't like what you're doing. And they're not going to reward you or treat you well. You can't go tell everyone you're going to bet a team every day or every game for a month. And then after they have a bad series on June 9th, you give up. The gambling gods will punish you for this.
No,
they will.
You're not. No, you're not. But I understand what you're saying to a certain extent. I'm going much deeper than just, ooh, I'm losing bets on this team. First of all, stop saying series. It's 2 series. Okay. I'll say this one more time. It's June 9th. The Washington Nationals have not scored more than 3 runs in any game in the month of June.
It's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. They scored 3 against the Cubs on June 3rd.
Did you this is Exhibit A if you don't fucking listen to anything I say.
More than, whatever.
Yeah. More than. You fuck. Listen, all I'm asking is this, dude. I'm not abandoning a team because I'm losing. I'm abandoning the team because it's the opposite of what we said we wanted to bet on. At least your fucking Red Sox showed fight, dude.
Can I tell you why you're a funny guy? You know why and don't fucking give me that. The Red Sox lost the series to the Angels.
They went down and then they came back though. They scored 5 runs.
Dog shit, and people were shitting on me on Twitter, and I never wavered once. And then I bet them as underdogs against the New York Yankees. I didn't say like, oh, it's time to quit because I had a bad series. But let me just tell you why you're so funny. You bet a team. You decided to buy into a team. Let me tell you what they did to end May. They beat the Mariners 9-0. Then they beat the Mariners 9-3. Then they beat the Diamondbacks 9-7, and then they beat the Diamondbacks 11-7. You bought in on a team that scored 40 runs in 4 games. And then in the month of June, they haven't scored over 3. And you don't think the gambling gods are going to punish you the second you
They're
stop?
already fucking punishing me is my point,
God,
you stupid
dude.
idiot. Listen to what you're fucking
You're
telling
the
yourself.
problem, dude. It's like that Taylor Swift song.
How the fuck am I the problem? You're not listening. You're
because
saying
they scored 40 runs in 4 games. You started betting on them, and they've scored 8 runs in fucking 7 games.
So why should I fear the fucking gambling gods, idiot?
Because they're angry at you, clearly.
They're already after me. Already fucking after me. I bet on Mike Trout too, back-to-back days after all he did was hit. Yeah, incredible. Bloop single. That's all that fucking asshole did too. What are you saying like I'm going to disturb the gambling god? They already hate me.
Yeah. Okay, fine. That's fine. That's totally fair. Also, did want to mention this. Orlando Solar Bear shirt. Awesome shirt.
Yeah, thank you. I've had this for a very long time. And, every time I go through my closet, I'm like, let me get rid of shirts that I'm never going to wear. This one it's never leaving. By the way, Solar Bears had a really bad year. I'm very upset that it took 17 fucking minutes to explain something so obvious to you that
Solar Bears went to the playoffs. I think they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Not this year.
No, they went to the playoffs for sure.
This year?
Swear to God.
I don't
promise.
Swear to God on that. Don't swear to God on that.
I swear to God, our buddy, my buddy, who you know, is a ref. I think.
Right. That's right. Okay. Wait a minute. But does every team make the playoffs? Like, is that
no? Every team doesn't make the playoffs. The Orlando Solar Bears were in the playoffs. I think the Eastern Conference Finals.
Dude, when I was just in Orlando for 2 fucking weeks, I think I even had small talk with multiple people because I wore this shirt, and they were like, not a good year to wear that or something like that.
They were all full of shit. God, you're gonna.
I don't.
No, we're gonna check.
Oh man, my shoulder. Ever since I started pushing on my shoulder right here, it's been hurting. What is that right there? What's that bone? Anybody know? It's that bone right there.
Clavicle?
Is that your clavicle?
It's a good guess.
I mean, I work out. I love working out shoulders. What's your top 3 favorite workout exercises? We sound like such fucking douchey meatheads.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you really want me to answer? I like chest and legs.
I hate working out legs.
Love working out legs.
I like tricep extensions. I like military press. Also, I don't really like lat pulls. Not really my thing. Scapula? No, I'm not a deadlift guy. You're a dip guy? Yeah, dips are cool. You fucking hate the gym, man. Wide grip seated rows?
That person.
What do you look? Are you still looking up the fucking Solar Bears? I think this answers our question.
Stuff. Here's your recap: 38 and 24 and 7. They got into the playoffs. And what else did they do? Playoff recap.
Still hurts. Oh yeah, I like curls. Are you guys just making up words? A chromium process? Everybody's just making up words. I told you to DM me about it. I will do that. Sounds like a pretty good year to me.
Orlando beat the Greenville Swamp Rabbits in the first round.
Hold on.
And then the Florida Everblades beat them.
Great name. The Florida Everblades. Great name.
Swamp Rabbits is great.
Special K with a sub bank 2-year anniversary. Dude, 2 minutes of ads for anyone who isn't sub. GG to those people. Happy to listen to these two idiots most mornings. Thank you, Special K. Why most mornings? Why not fucking every morning?
It's definitely you. You're intolerable some mornings.
I am? You're fucking.
I got the exact reaction I wanted, dude.
I'm actually legitimately sweating, and I'm starting to wonder if my AC isn't on because it should be on. My shoulder really hurts. I don't know what's going on here. I don't want to have to get an MRI. You ever been an MRI machine? I've told you my MRI story.
Yes,
before.
I have.
Those things are narrow.
They're narrow for sure. They're definitely weird.
You're not on every day? What do you mean you're not on every day? We're on Monday through Friday. Oh my God, it fucking hurts. Fun fact, Everglades were going for the 3-peat or 4-peat. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. We're all orthopedic doctors. Burpees is all you need. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Jeff. Yeah, you don't even really need weights. I kind of like doing workouts like that. What do they call that? Where you don't need weights. It's like you push ups, burpees. So there's like a word for it where you don't use weights. Resistance training? No, that's not resistance. What?
HIIT calisthenics?
Calisthenics? Body weight? Yeah, your body weight. Plyometric. Joey Dump's coming in here with a fucking nice word. I don't think it's calisthenics. Kegels? No.
Joey Dump's probably lost like fucking 60 pounds.
I remember that. Joey Dumps.
Joey Dumps fucking did the deal.
All right. I gotta hop on the scale and see how I am, by the way. Did you see my before we get into it, into the recap for the NBA game? It's 10:40. We got a lot of time to shoot the shit. I am curious. Actually, I have 2 questions for you guys. These are 2 good debates. Not debates. Conversation topics. I'll show you one of them. So you're kind of a breakfast guy.
Yeah. Not kind of, dude. I absolutely love breakfast. I think one of my happy places is a random diner in a small town.
Dude, collab on that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Love diners. So I went to a diner and I kind of panicked. I'm just curious about what you think.
Okay.
I normally my go-to diner order is I get 2 eggs over easy. Are you paying attention?
I'm definitely paying attention, but I thought, wasn't there just a picture of the plate?
I'm about to put it up in a second. Hold on. I want to give you this background first. So I like 2 eggs over easy with hash browns. You know the difference between hash browns and home fries?
Of course I do, and I prefer home fries.
Ew. I'm a hash browns guy all the time. I learned this the hard way. So give me the hash browns. I like the fucking, the scrape shredded shit.
Yep.
And bacon. So what I do is I mix it all up. So the 2 over easy eggs that are kind of runny with the hash browns, and you like cut up the bacon, and then you put some Cholula on that bitch. Okay. That's a diner breakfast.
Yep.
So I go to this diner. They don't have hash browns. Fuck. Okay. So I get 2 eggs, corned beef hash, and their home fries, which their potatoes were actually fantastic. I do have to give them that. Some of the better home fries I've had. And they said, they just hit me right off the bat when they're like taking your order, you know, when it's usually like, oh, what kind of toast, blah, blah, blah. They just said, you want cheese on your eggs? I don't usually get asked that at diners. And I just paused for a second and was like, sure, I don't normally do this. So the eggs come out and they have this cheese on there.
Yeah.
So I posted it to Twitter. It got 47 comments, as you can probably tell. And a lot of them were not happy about the cheese.
Yeah. Damn, I wish you would have got my take before you told me that. I'm not happy about the cheese at all.
Say that again?
I'm not happy about the cheese at all.
Okay. Do you like cheese on your eggs in general?
Shredded cheese. That is overpowering amount of cheese. I really don't like that.
Yeah. So shredded cheese is definitely usually the move. But I got to tell you, like, it wasn't bad, but it definitely was like, it was too much cheese.
Yeah.
It was a blob of cheese, not two American singles. Right. Yeah. See, I don't know that I agree with feta cheese only. No.
That's an interesting take. I don't agree at all, but
at all.
That's a unique take.
You're talking about like a Greek omelet, which is good. Don't get me wrong. But feta cheese only? No, that's not even the number one cheese. Feta cheese, number one cheese for a salad, not for eggs, though.
I think the server should have said, do you want the cheese to dominate your entire dish?
Yeah. Yeah. I've tried it plenty of times, but that's not the number one. Toast. What about it?
Rye.
Yeah. I usually go wheat, but rye is good. Have you had you've had a sourdough bread recently?
Yeah, I like sourdough bread a lot.
I like sourdough bread too. So I've been on TikTok, and like the algorithm is giving me like these meal preppers and these like people that cook very simple, basic, healthy foods. I've told you this for a while.
Can't wait to tell you about mine. You're gonna be
okay.
shocked.
Okay. Well, I've been seeing some really, really good dishes. I got these bookmarks. Like my wife and I'm probably cooking like 3 times a week, and she'll do 1 or 2, and we'll kind of try to lean off these recipes because, again, they're very easy, like do it yourself bullshit. You know what I mean? Every time I see these fucking healthy influencers, they buy bread and they buy sourdough bread. And I'm like actually thinking to myself, like, is there something about sourdough bread that I don't fucking know? Is this shit carb free or something? But here's the thing. So I try to avoid carbs because like I'm trying to fucking lose a little bit of weight. I mean, I'm fat. I'm the heaviest I've been in a long time. But what I'm realizing though, because everybody eats ground beef with rice, you know, and I'll be like, well, I'll try to not do rice because it's carbs. But after you're done eating, you're still hungry. So you need those carbs, you know? I feel like the carbs, like from the piece of toast, like the sourdough bread in the morning with fucking smeared avocado or the rice in your meal, makes it so you don't get hungry later and just start snacking. Because that's my problem. I just kind of eat constantly throughout the day. So I'm going to buy a loaf of sourdough. I don't think I've ever bought a loaf of sourdough bread in my entire life. And I'm going to see how
you're not going to be disappointed. But you brought up ground beef. Can I tell you something crazy? So one of the TikTok hacks I saw that makes ground beef better is obviously taco seasoning. That's not the hack, but ricotta cheese. So after you cook the ground beef, bro, I'm not joking. It's going to look like absolute dog food. It's going to taste amazing. And I need you to try it as soon as you possibly can, because it's absolutely changed eating ground beef for me.
So, okay, I'm a big ricotta cheese guy. What do you eat the ground beef with?
Nothing. I'm trying to like actively lose weight. So I don't.
So you don't even do a little bit of rice or a little bit of quinoa or anything like that?
Sometimes eggs, but literally lately it's just fucking ricotta cheese and ground beef. It's so good. But that's not the hack I want to tell you. So I saw on Twitter, you get a piece of parchment paper, right? And you get sandwich pickles. You lay down shredded cheese, you put sandwich pickles 4 in a row, and you put more shredded cheese on top of it, and you put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 425. You pull it out, and they're like bread. It's like pickle bread. And then you make a fucking sandwich. So I made like turkey meat with shredded lettuce and chipotle mayonnaise and the pickle bread. It's like a pickle sandwich, dude. It was absurdly good.
Yeah, cottage cheese. I was leaving. Yep. I gotta tell you that pickle thing sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Do you want me to try to show you the video?
No.
It's very quick. No,
you don't have to. No, you don't have to show me the fucking video. You can just explain it. We don't need to watch videos on your phone. Carnivore Diet is great for losing weight.
I'll tell you that right now.
Everyone loves hot pickles in the oven for 20 minutes. More TikTok for you. How in the fuck is that trying to lose weight? No, cheese and pickles replacing bread because there's no
completely
carb.
carbless. It's carbless and has like 40 grams of protein.
Keto was like meats and cheeses. I think you did. I never did keto. Did you do keto?
Yes. I think you remember.
I think I kind of remember too. I think my 30th birthday, which you came up here for, that was a very good time. I lost 10 pounds in 14 days. And I just I kind of did keto, but not really did keto. I just did not eat any carbs and I didn't drink beer.
Yeah. I saw a great video of us doing like a 5-man alley-oop in the pool on your 30th birthday.
No, that was a good time. I hate when people order a burger and say no bun. Yeah, but like kind of respect it.
I was going to say, how mad can you be at someone for that?
Kind of respect it. Intermittent fasting. Yeah, never really done it. I'm trying to eat fish once a week now. So that's my new thing. I'll probably go get that. Well, I have leftover chicken tacos, but all right. What day we talking, boys? Oh yeah, we got to do an NFL space. So anyways, thank you to everybody who came by the NFL space. When did we talk about that? Friday? Was that Friday?
Yeah, but we can't do it Fridays moving forward because we'll be doing Football Fridays on the stream. Remember? So Matt, any day but Friday, I think will be better. We'll let you pick. I think you should tell us what works best for you.
I think that maybe, and then we have pick at happy hour. I think this week is going to be Wednesday because of your and Greg's schedule. Or
also it's NBA Finals Game 3, so I think it only makes sense to do Wednesday.
I think you're right. That kind of, I think it works out better when we have an NBA Finals game, so we can lean into the props because that's a fun 30-40 minutes. That's a good segue. Should we recap the game yesterday? I mean, it was a little uneventful, but I watched the first 2.5 quarters. I have a little bit of an opinion, and I wanted to bring up Beev's tweets about Halliburton and kind of see what you had to say about that. Steak loves tomatoes. He actually hates tomatoes, and he needs to grow the fuck up and just eat tomatoes. That game yesterday was, we're not going to dive in too much and have a lot of fun recapping this. Sort of expected that the Thunder would bounce back and win the game somewhat convincingly. I mean, they were in control the whole time. I think the final was, would they win by 13?
16,
123-107. That's right. So I got to tell you, the Pacers, it's cool of them to come back and win games in the fashion they do. It's cool of them to you can never write them off. You can never count them as dead. It's kind of what my point was when I tweeted and then Beef commented. He's like, what are you talking about? They're down 18. They were down 27 and they went on a 9-0 run in 60 seconds. And I was like, immediately it's okay, shit. The Pacers are a threat because an 18-point deficit for the Pacers is 30 for another team. They can just hit you so quickly. But I felt last night, Steak, and I want to see if you caught this. You're not going to catch the Thunder slipping any more chances or times. I think I said that like an idiot in this series. So the Pacers cannot do the Pacer thing where they keep coming out slow, they keep turning the ball over, and then just think, oh, we're going to get right, we're going to catch fire, and then we'll get back into this game. The Thunder are not going to let that happen. So something really, really needs to change. And granted, you come out of it the first 2 games in Oklahoma City 1-1. That's a fucking huge win.
Have home court advantage for the NBA Finals in a 5-game series. If I would have told you that at the beginning of this, you would have fucking been hyped.
So and then this long-winded rant, I'm going to kind of close it, and then I want to hand it off to you. I was wondering as I'm watching that game, do you think mentally the Pacers kind of already felt like we did what we needed to do, job well done, let's just get back to Indiana? There's not too much you should take away from, because we know that this is how the Pacers play. This is what they do. This is what they're known for. They can't keep doing that. Or do you not really put too much stock into it because it's 1-1 after the first 2 games in Oklahoma City, and that is a massive win for Indiana?
It's a massive win for Indiana. I just think it's rather simple. The Thunder are just better than the Pacers by a pretty large margin. And if you trot both of these teams out there every day, the Thunder are going to win most times, probably by double digits, especially in Oklahoma City. But I think yesterday told me a little bit of how the Pacers really need everything to go right. Mm-hmm. They had 7 guys in double digits again yesterday. I know fucking Pascal Siakam shot with 3 for 11 from the field, but still, He had 15. Neesmith had 14. Miles Turner had 16. Nembhard 11. Halliburton 17. McConnell 11. Benedict Mathurin 14. If I would have told you that, I think you'd be like, holy shit. Pacers competed in another game, but they didn't. They didn't compete in this one at all. And it was kind of the opposite because we said it last time. We're like, wow, every time the Pacers went down 12, they cut it to 8 immediately. They never went down more than 12. They were down like 20, 21. And then you're fighting to like cut it to 16, to cut it to 12. And you just fucking knew they never had a chance in this game. Also, if you got a guy like SGA, who's disgusting, I won't stop saying it, scoring 34, 8, and 5 on over 50% shooting, I don't know how the fuck you beat the Thunder. Then you got a guy like Aaron Wiggins coming in and dropping. What did he drop? Bro, he had 18 off the bench and Caruso had 20. You're not beating the Thunder when they do that. You're not beating them when they do that.
I didn't watch the game. What were the Thunder unconscious from 3? I don't know that you could say that. I mean, they shot 38%.
No. They weren't unconscious, but they hit a bunch.
Yeah, the Pacers were 35% from 3, 14 of 40. Yeah, good point regarding the bench players. I didn't even realize that Aaron Wiggins, I mean, I saw he had some big baskets early in the game. He was plus 24 on the court. That's unbelievable because SGA had 34 points. He was plus 5. Aaron Wiggins dominated that fucking game. And then Caruso, the other guy you mentioned, 6 for 11, 20 points.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
He's been awesome. And I will say, Chet Holmgren had a nice game where he bounced back. It was always the game after for the first quarter points for Chet. I still like the way Hartenstein looks when he comes off the bench. Like him and Caruso coming in together, I don't know what they do, but just like the attitude and the aggressiveness that they play with, you cannot slip up at all. I know I'm looking, he only had 3 points, but Hartenstein was plus 17. He had 8 rebounds and 4 assists. He's just a dog. He's a dog. So this was a tweet I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I'm not even actually saying that you're not totally off here, Beeve. So my tweet was correct. Halliburton makes game winners, but he's awful in these games until the last minute. So Beeve, we know Beeve likes to rage bait, and that's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind like the fun occasional rage baiting. But Beeve did this with the Knicks series, where he just bitched about Jalen Brunson not being good, and to which I didn't like. However, there is a case to be made for Jalen Brunson missing something that's very important. And you brought it up. I think it's obviously he's a liability on defense. So I get the frustration for Jalen Brunson, but he's such a fucking baller. Do you think that his tweets have any sort of credibility about complaining about Halliburton not doing anything and then just making big shots at the end of the game?
I think the way Beeve feels about Halliburton is how pretty much everyone felt about Halliburton going into this season, right? Like the way Halliburton played last night is kind of how Halliburton's always played. That's why nobody likes him. They thought he was overrated and they were mad he was on Team USA. You know what I'm saying? Like 17, 3, and 6. I bet you that's probably really close to Tyrese Halliburton's career averages. Probably averages more assists, don't get me wrong. But you get what I'm saying? Like that is Tyrese Halliburton. That's why this playoff run is so shocking, is because the game winners in the dog, that's not him. Like,
okay.
Really,
so these Beef tweets for Halliburton, good.
Yeah, I don't want to necessarily say good. I don't think they're wrong. I think a lot of people feel the way he feels.
But this take is much better than the Jalen Brunson take.
Probably. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious if someone was to like have beef between the two players, which one would be a little bit more legitimate?
I don't think you should have beef with either of these players currently overall. I think both of them are fucking outperforming expectations by far.
Pretty impressive that the Pacers yet again won the second half. They scored 33 in the third and 33 in the fourth. First 2 quarters though, 20 points, 21 points. I mean, that just cannot happen. So looking at the Pacers here, this is a lot more of what I expected from Pascal Siakam, which again, I'm not a Pascal Siakam hater. I know somebody in here won't shut up about him nonstop. And he had a great game 1. He's had a great playoff series. Obviously, he's Eastern Conference Finals MVP. But 3 for 11, a lot of difficulty finding shots, scoring the basketball. He was 8 for 9 from the free throw line. Miles Turner had a pretty good game. 16 points. He was 6 or 12, but he's 1 for 5 from 3. Maybe a little bit too many threes from Miles Turner, I guess would be the criticism. But Nembhard, 11 points, 4 for 8. Neesmith, 5 for 12, 4 for 8 from 3, 14 points. That's what you want All 5 starters for the Pacers had double figures. How about my guy TJ McConnell, who for whatever fucking reason you had disrespect on his name going into this series? 11 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. He goes over his PRA. I'll probably just play that all series. Unfortunately, Jalen Williams for the Thunder, 1 for 5 from 3. What the fuck is going on with this guy? But he did have 19 points. He played a pretty good game.
He was attacking early. He's not a superstar by any means, and 19 points is a perfectly acceptable day for him. 5 assists, 5 rebounds. He was 5 for 14 from the field, which obviously isn't good. But like I said, he was attacking, which I think he shot like 10 free throws, whatever. Jalen Williams is whatever.
Yeah, Jalen Williams is whatever. I mean, overall takeaway, Steak, right now, it's very clear that the Thunder are the better team, in my opinion, and I think you agree. Most people would probably agree, even with losing game 1, the Thunder are the better team. Do you think Indiana wins a game, one of these next 2?
Kinda.
Is it 2-2, 1-1-1, or 2-3-2?
2-2, 1-1-1.
Okay.
I think
kind is not good enough. I'm gonna need you to stand on business.
I think Indiana wins one in Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, can I just go on one rant about Tibbs?
Why are we talking about Tibbs?
The Thunder gave 14 guys minutes yesterday in the NBA Finals. 14 guys played. A couple of them only played 2 minutes. I understand it was garbage time. I don't care. At least 11 guys played legitimate minutes for the fucking Oklahoma City Thunder yesterday. Tibbs was fired or relieved of his duties for a fucking reason. If the Oklahoma City Thunder can find a reason for Kenrich Williams to play 8 minutes and Aaron Wiggins can give you 18 and 21, then fucking Tibbs could have found some minutes for some of his guys when the starters were fucking exhausted.
Yeah, I don't yeah. I mean, you're not going to find me dying on the hill of defending Tibbs. I get to a certain extent of wanting to give the guy some credit for bringing the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals when nobody thought they would make it and winning a couple playoff series when they haven't won in fucking 20 years. But you're just not going to convince me that his style of coaching is what the Knicks need. So I heard some really weird names. Chad, I feel like this is a fun conversation before we talk about baseball. What's the board look like today? I don't think we're in any rush to get there, are we?
I mean, I think that's probably our next topic, right?
Yeah, but who do you think? I've heard some really weird names for the next Knicks head coach.
I've heard the Timberwolves head coach. I've heard Jay Wright. I've heard Jason Kidd, and I've heard one other guy who just got fired. Oh, Mike Malone.
Mike Malone. There was a guy like the Cavs assistant. Which I find that to be a little strange.
Who is the guy?
I don't know. I forgot his name. That's why I'm referring to him as the Cavs assistant. J.R. Smith. No, there was one more guy. Was it Patrick Ewing? I think I heard Patrick Ewing.
Barf.
Yep. Odd. He's now the Suns coach. Oh, got you. The LA Aces coach. No way.
The Knicks hire Patrick Ewing. I will walk back my Tibbs take so fast.
Yeah.
So fast.
That would be pretty funny. Johnny Bryant. Get Rondo in LA. Is Rondo going to be a coach? Is he a coach?
He means assistant. They're not firing JJ.
What are you talking about?
The Lakers aren't firing JJ Redick.
Yeah, no, but is Rondo in LA currently?
No idea what Rondo's doing.
Oh, okay. Malone is a Knick. Come on. Suns hired Ott. Bryant was the coach the Knicks wanted. Interesting. We should do not for GM to watch the Chicago Sky game. The Knicks fired Jalen's dad too, so I think Dolan is trying everything. Got it. I would watch a WNBA game, but I certainly would. I need it to be a good matchup, maybe. And I know there's no Caitlin Clark. What the fuck is up with Caitlin Clark? Is she hurt?
Yeah, she's hurt.
Is she going to be back soon?
I'm not really sure.
That Angel Reese tweet is hilarious, by the way. The fashion show, and then she had like 4 points and 12 rebounds. I'm not going to talk about it because you get spicy with WNBA talks, but yeah, that was pretty funny. Becky Hammon just lost by 30 to an expansion team. She's not going to coach the Knicks. Oh, she'll be back next week. Oh, tomorrow. There we go. Rondo is Doc Rivers' minion. Interesting. Okay. Buckeye for life. God, we got so many fucking Ohio State fans in here. Welcome. Welcome. More Ohio State fans. We know how to spell Ohio. Just want to get that straight in case you weren't sure. Okay. We talk about the board. I kind of have to pee. Can I take a quick break?
30 seconds.
No,
Yeah,
I can't. I can't pee in 30 seconds. Do you have to pee?
I'm going to go pee.
Okay. Do you drink coffee anymore?
Yeah, just less.
Yeah, good. Okay, I had 2 cups and I'm good. I don't need any more. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you. I'm just waiting for steak. Wow, look at that fucking timing. Bam. Okay. I hope you didn't go anywhere. Why does DGen get to be on the graphic twice, but Steak only there? Oh, when Snides made that graphic, it was just me on the top because Steak wasn't streaming as much. And then I just kind of modified it by adding us in. I could probably cover that with something. Maybe I'll cover that with the score of the Michigan-Ohio State game, or maybe the Cleveland Browns record. How do you like that, Barty Bart? How do you like them apples? Hey, I got a question before we get into the board today, Steak. I have to do so. I'm trying to think of how I can get creative with my my daily like pick a challenge bet that has been failing miserably. I've been doing the ladders; they didn't really work. I did the Nerf on ice that lost in 60 seconds. Very fun. So, do you think I should go back to the ladders? Like, don't abandon the ladders. Like, I'm probably going to abandon the Washington Nationals. Or do you think I should try to hunt for some trends? Like, not trends that already exist, like find some.
I think people really liked your pitcher trends when you were doing them. I think that's the move. Also, whenever you have a type of question like this, I always think it's fun to do a poll.
I'm literally just thought of that, and I'm going to do it right now. What should my daily challenge be? All right, so.
Oh my god! I think I thought of one. What the fuck's on my shirt?
Hunt for new trends. Again, it's new trends. I'm not just gonna go fucking Google, what's a MLB betting trend and then like do that. I want to find them because we did trend hunt last year. We had some success, we had some failures. So remember, it was like Red Sox win the first game of a home series or some shit like that, or they lose the first game of a home series last year. You guys probably remember. The only bet I hit yesterday with some success was the over in the Mets Colorado Rockies game. I was like, there's no way every game is going under. I lost the Arizona Diamondbacks yesterday. I thought that was a lot of respect for Gallen on the road against Singer, but I guess Singer just doesn't really get any fucking respect. And then I play the stupid fucking Nationals again because I had to. Right now it's 7-1 for the new trends. Okay. Steak, you have an idea?
What if you have to bet a hot dude every day? Like you have to bet a guy the following day. Like you have to bet a guy who homered the next day. to do something.
Like go over hits, runs, RBIs, go over
Whatever you want, but it's a hot dude. It's the hot dude trend.
Yeah. I have a couple guys that are coming to mind. Marcus Semien, Joe Adell. Dude, did I tell you I went 2 for 3 in a home run parlay yesterday?
Yeah, you did. Fucking Mason
I had
Wynn.
Eugenio Suarez, Rafi Devers, and then Mason Wynn did not come through for me. Mason Wynn hit his hits, runs, RBIs. I did bet that straight. Taylor Wallace, stop that. Hot dude, Seaman. Sure. Yeah. All right. Everybody says hunt for new trends.
So, like, for example, some of your options for today, if you were doing what I was saying, Salvi homered yesterday for the Royals. Pete Alonso homered for the Mets. Maybe these are some guys. Maybe you jump on these hot dudes
and take them to hit a home run again, or take
any way you want.
Okay, but that's the bitch, dude. The bitch is playing it the right way. 3 games in a row.
Maybe on that one, but
Burger is seeing the ball very well. Bases or hits, runs, RBIs. Yep. J. Ron, a single anytime, maybe.
Christian Campbell homered yesterday for the Sox.
Christian Campbell could be a good one. J. Rom is a hot dude. I didn't know that. Well, anyways, let's get into the board and then we will end it with game 3 puck talk. I do have a play, and I might actually double down on it. And spoiler alert, I like the under, but I've liked the under all series. I played it in game 1. It didn't hit. I played the Nerfy on ice as well. It didn't hit. I like the under tonight. I think it's going to be finally one of those 2-1 games with an emphasis on defense. Okay.
I think I'm with you on that one. I think I'm going to take that with you.
I think, and not to steal MJ's thunder, but I saw him fucking tweet that he already likes it and he's red hot. So there's nothing wrong with being on the wrong side of that. But okay.
Under?
He is, I think that's his play tonight.
Okay. I'm just going to take that right now.
Okay. So we have games today. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. We got 9 games. 9, that's not bad. We can do
9 games. I can do 9 games.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm taking under first period. I like that. I might take it too. Under is going to be very popular. Is it? Yeah, I want the hot dudes list.
Absolutely snacks. Fuck yeah.
Hot dude for a long time.
The hot dude list.
Let's lab, fellas. All right, let's lock in. Let's get in the lab. Let's do it. I think everybody's ready to talk about the board today. But you know what? Wasn't a whole lot to recap. I think we did a good enough job. Shout out to Ryan Fox. That was an awesome victory. If you had a Sam Burns ticket, I feel absolutely terrible for you. Somebody asked, did you rip into Johnny Giuntana for his tweet on my Alcaraz post? Yes, I did. I retweeted it. He had a very original joke. It's probably my least favorite joke on Twitter of when you place a bet and then someone says, oh, if you liked it at this and such, boy, do I have a number for you. It was funny. It was funny 3 years ago. 75,000 times later, it's not as funny. But I'm not legitimately upset by that comment. I just saw it and I was hoping that I could retweet it for a very long time. And
I always like when you guys settle your differences on Owner's Box.
Yeah, me too. So, by the way, Toronto, you're out for Toronto, right? You have a wedding?
I'm out, yeah. I will be at Pickett at the park though. August 9th. I'm coming to that.
Go. All right. I'm going to pull up Pickett. Again, I will fully transparent, which for some fucking odd reason, yay lads like to come at my fucking neck for not being. I haven't had a winning day in June. Have not had a winning day in fucking June. Can we change that? Now look at this date. Look at fucking June 6th, down 0.2 units. That could have been the day. Oh, look, that's when the fucking idiot Nationals won. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's get into it. MLB, was that your puppy?
No, you heard something?
Yeah, I thought so. And the Jays lost. Johnny's a moose. No, the Jays are doing just fine. They're doing just fine. You're not in moose from a Jays loss when they won the series. I'll tell you that much. All right. First game up, Miami Marlins, Pittsburgh Pirates. Looks like we have almost a pick 'em.
Real quick, name something that you'd rather do over going to the Miami Marlins Pittsburgh Pirates game.
Bet the Washington Nationals every day in a series against the Mets.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds pretty rough. The Marlins just lost to the Rays. No big deal. Are the Pirates getting hot? They're 6-4 in their last 10. Feels like nobody's talking about it. Oh my God. They just swept the Phillies, dude. They just swept the fucking Phillies. I have the Phillies over fucking wins and to win the division. And you're telling me the Phillies lost to the fucking 1 run every single game?
That was my puppy.
Yeah, bro. I could hear that coming from a mile away.
He's just a savage.
So it's just a puppy thing. So here's where I'm at, Steak. You know what I like? Here's what I like. I like when a team just got swept over the weekend. Is it just playing with himself?
I mean, no, he's dragging shit everywhere. You keep going.
Okay, that's fine. So you say fade Wade Miley? No, I didn't say that. We'll talk about that game in a second. When a team gets swept on the weekend, I think sometimes a lot of people will say, "Oh, that team's not going to lose again," and so they'll bet on to win. Well, what about the opposite? What about a team that just swept on the weekend? No way they win another game, right? Especially the dog shit Pirates. I kind of like the Pirates here.
Okay, but who's Yuri Perez? It's his first start this year.
Let's see.
So he just came off the 60-day IL.
Yep, all set for the season debut. He was on the IL for an elbow injury. He was in the minors. He was on the Marlins in 2023.
He started 19 games from last year with a 3.1 ERA. He's 6'8" tall.
So he just played Durham, which is the Rays AAA team, and their team is fucking awesome. He pitched 4 1/3 innings, only allowed 3 hits and 1 earned runs. That's pretty good.
All I'm saying, I might be with you on the Pirates.
You might be with me on the Pirates. Okay.
Kind of like it.
Okay. Might be on the fucking Pirates today. And if I'm on the Pirates, how is my guy Brian Reynolds doing?
He's plus 600 to homer today.
He hit a home run on June 6th. He was 0 for 3 Saturday, and then he was 1 for 3 yesterday. Nah, he's not doing great. I wouldn't say he's a hot dude. I would not say he's a hot dude. But yeah, I like the Pirates. All right, you know what I might do today? I might just take like 3 bets and try to go 2-1. That's the best way to go to get in the green, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's look at the splits. I think I might be on the Pirates here. Over hits, runs, RBIs for O'Neal Cruz is something the Pickett Sharps like. Most popular wager. Pitt, Miami. Oh, Miami minus 1.5 and Miami money line are very popular. Interesting. Under walks for Mike Burrows. Who the fuck is Mike Burrows? Steak. Oh, he's 1-1 with a 5.27 ERA. Also, this game might get rained out.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Let's move on. Move on to the next one.
You're right. You know what? I think I'm done with totals, even though the only bet I hit yesterday was the over in the Mets game. But I enjoy how realistic DJing is at the moment. I'm going to take 3 bets and want to go 2-1. Like 3 up is not even an option. Does that mean like winning all 3? Yeah, that's not an option. No. I'm not playing team totals. I'm not getting cute. I'm fucking done. Trust the hot dude theory. Bro, yeah, I fucking do, and I will. Oh, he sent me a hot dude list.
Yeah, we're going to check that out.
J-Rom, CEH, Xavier Edwards, Trey Turner. Interesting. PCA, yeah. Duran, Navarez, Aranda, Bilo, Austin Riley, Brendan Donovan. I don't think Vlad is. Jacob Wilson, Otani, Pages, Mookie, Manny, Machado, Suarez, or Cattell. Ooh, I could go to Suarez. He just hit a home run yesterday. Steak, final closing words on the Pirates, and then we'll move on.
Pirates.
Okay. Pirates money line. All right, let's talk Guardians and the Reds. Did the Guardians get swept by the Astros, or did they win yesterday?
Good question. Hold on.
Oh, they won. They won.
They lost the first 2?
Yep. I was so tempted to play the Astros yesterday. I'm so glad I didn't. So they avoided the sweep. And let's see, a lot of games going under. 3-7 to the under in their last 10. 3-7 to the under for the Reds. Got to give credit to the Reds, man. They fucking swept the Diamondbacks. I mean, that's not easy, is it?
No. But they're another team that kind of pissed me off. I always think they're going to get going, get hot, and then boom, they don't. But sweeping them, obviously not easy. I'm looking for a home run hitter.
Okay. Luis Ortiz is a righty, 26-year-old Luis L. Ortiz. Oh boy, he's coming off a fucking masterclass here. But back-to-back masterclasses. That's what we're seeing. This pitcher system's not working. However, there is one little trend here. The last time he threw for a scoreless showing, he followed it up with allowing 5 runs to the Washington Nationals. Let's see. He's got reverse splits. Yeah, righties are better against him. Ooh, I already have a guy stake.
A home run guy?
Tyler Stevenson.
Oh, you that talk about stealing my bitch.
Yeah, you see how fucking
Plus
feels?
680, plus 680. I don't think it's Tyler Stevenson day. Brinks did mention that Encarnacion Strand is 3 homers in a row. He's plus 460. J. Rom plus 420. Don't hate that.
Total's 8.5 or 9. Feels like that's high for a Guardians game. Sheesh. But it is Wade Miley. You want a righty against Ortiz? Yeah, that's Stevenson, ain't it, baby? Come on. I think we are getting runs. Kind of agree with you, dude. But for what it's worth, the Reds won. But 2 of the 3 games that they won, they only scored 4 runs. They were pretty low scoring. They did blow up in one performance. But outside of that, Brinks, I'm just going back. 0, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. Oh, the Nationals are so due to blow up like the fucking Reds are. But yeah, I want a Reds hitter. That's what I want.
Maybe it's as simple as Ellie today.
Really?
It might be, yeah.
Okay. Let's see what's going on here. The under is a little sharp. Cleveland, more picks on Cleveland. Man, you want to just press the button with the Reds at a plus price or no?
A little bit. That is the only 2 buttons I would, well, 3. The Reds, the over, or Ellie home run. Those are the only 3 things I'd be interested in.
All right. I don't see Tyler Stevenson on here anywhere. I understand you don't really like him because those odds are a bit high. It's not a lot of respect. I'm so with you on that. Let's see. Ellie has not really been that hot. 3 of his last 4 games, no run. Well, he did have a hit and a double. He had a hit and a double before that. Dude, you might be right. You
like Ellie?
I mean, I'm not going to steal your bitch.
Oh, you're welcome to.
It's just hard for me not to love Stevenson, bro. Look how good he's been. He was 3 for 5 with a double, and then he didn't play.
Then definitely take him.
All right. How about this? Do you co-sign this? I might take both guys.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, Ellie's bad on the road and bad at night? Jeff, you like the under? Damn, I don't. McLean finally banged his 2nd of the year. We'll see if it gets him going. Is that a guy that can get right? Matt McLean, he's a righty. Look at him. Hits go-ahead homer. Oh, wow. Oh! What's Matt McLean, Steak?
The homer? Hold on, I'm not. Let's see.
3-game hit streak. Just went 2 for 3 with a home run.
Plus 700.
Fuck. It's not a lot of respect, is it?
No, not really.
Chat, do you guys know what Matt McLean typically is? I'd like to know that, and then we'll go ahead and move on. What's your final play here, Steak?
Reds over Ellie Day.
Reds over an Ellie Day?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm kind of with you on that. Ellie has more home runs at night. It's Encarnacion Strand or J-Rom. Okay, fair enough. Man, I like the Reds. Okay, Cubs and Phillies. What a great series we've got here. I cannot believe the Phillies are so fucking pathetic. Quantitative said Cubs POD, so I am not going to be on the Phillies. I am not fading that motherfucker. Looks like pretty 50-50 here. 260 on the Cubs, 254 on the Phillies. That is hilarious.
Phillies have been bad.
Yeah, they sure have. Wheeler going. He's minus 120. Boyd is coming fresh off of that near perfect game performance against my beloved Washington Nationals. Just kidding.
I'm going to look up home run odds, even though I don't know if these are the guys to bet them against. But let's see.
Oh, he ended up allowing 4 hits and 2 earned runs. 6 Ks. Has he pitched against the Phillies this year? Doesn't look like it. Let's see how his splits are.
Trey
This
Turner,
year-
the only guy speaking to me.
Really?
Hitter Rocks, yeah.
Well, he's on the hot guy list.
He's the only guy I would talk about.
Phillies open fat. Wheeler hasn't pitched in a while. Crazy to see them minus 155. Yeah. Oh, Suzuki's been a good one. I can get down with Trey Turner. Turner's in a really good spot. Okay.
Let's take him, but let's not do homers today. Let's take him just runs RBIs or something.
Okay. I'll do that. So Ellie, Turner, 2 guys we like so far, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then as far as the game goes, somebody said 7.5 total seems a little low. I don't think it seems low.
For Wheeler and Boyd, I would disagree, and especially when you consider the fact that the Cubs scored 0 against the Tigers. The Phillies scored 1 3 games in a row against the Pirates, and I'm pretty sure, I'm going to double check myself before I say that they scored. The Phillies have scored 8 runs in 5 games. The Cubs have lost 4-0, won 6-1, lost 3-1, won 7-1, and lost 2-0 in their last 5 games. So only one of their games has went over 7.
He didn't say it was weird. He just said it was low. Got it. Nerfy?
I don't think it's low. I think it's exactly right.
Okay. All right. All right. Trey Turner. I like that. Trey Turner. And Trey Turner's in the leadoff spot. So if he gets a walk, maybe he can get a run or something. The Kyle Schwarber has been ice cold. Did you guys see Pickett's tweet? Oh, looks like he broke out of the slump a little bit. He hadn't hit a home run since May 29th, and then he just hit one on June 7th. So I kind of take that back.
Okay.
Take that back. Okay. All right. So Phillies Cubs, or the over under, if you had to play a side or a total, what would it be?
I would play the Cubs and the over.
You play the Cubs? Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't catch me on the fucking Phillies. I'll tell you that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, talk to me about the Red Sox stake. I already know where you're going. You're betting the Red Sox every day in June. You're having a great time because the Red Sox are so much fun. They're scoring runs and they're having good bats.
Shut up.
I mean, shut up. It's just a fucking reality.
Shut up. You shut up.
Okay. Bayo is going against Boz. I'll tell you what, Shane Boz has not been the guy I thought he was going to be.
This game, Deej, or the last one?
I think he's talking about this game.
Don't hate that.
Let's see what did Boz have a bounce back start? Yeah, pretty good. I mean, you'll take it at this point. People are seeing him pretty well. The Rangers and Astros do kind of own us. Toronto's been pretty hot. Absolutely hate that Miami got 9 hits. The last time he played the Red Sox, it was his best start of the year. 6 innings, 2 hits, 11 Ks. Sheesh. Up 0.1 units, and DJ acts like the Sox haven't lost. Not true. Not true. It's just a little bit different.
Everybody sees right through you, pal.
You're fucking losing 11-9, dude. The team I bet on gets 4 hits.
Everybody sees right through you.
Patrick Corbin complete game. Matthew Boyd 7 fucking perfect innings. Suck my ass. Caminero hot. Boz getting a ton of respect on the road too. Curia Pounds. Can I just give a shout out real quick? I love seeing new faces in YouTube. Curia Pounds. I don't see your name very often. Thank you for joining us. I like this. What he's saying. I like what he's saying. It is.
I bet you do.
Boz did win that game too, by the way. So maybe if there's some respect, it's because Boz carved up the Red Sox last time. Let's go to Pickett Pro and see what they're saying.
And yes, we want the lefty Ray.
Yeah, we want a lefty for sure. Sharps like the under. 70% of the bet, 75% of the money. Under Bayo out, dude. See, this doesn't correlate. The sharps like the under, but under Ks for Boz, over walks for Bello, and under outs for Bello. Meaning he's not going to last that long.
Yeah, I'm with Deej. I like the under, and I don't really like any batters. Oh God, DC. I'll recap the UFC for you.
Not right now though.
It was fucking horrible. That was the most boring fucking card I've ever fucking watched.
Wow. Sauce steak bitching about someone.
Patchy Mix. Fuck Patchy Mix, dude. Fuck Patchy Mix. So many people told me to be excited about that fucking stiff ass douchebag. That
Patchy Mix?
motherfucker sucked. Oh my god, I've never seen a guy do less. It's fucking. I'm getting mad again thinking about it. Fuck Patchy Mix. All my homies hate Patchy Mix.
I don't know who he is, but I guess just by
He was the
association.
most overhyped fucking prospect you've ever fucking seen. Just sat there and got punched in the fucking face.
O'Malley looked like a big bag of shit. Chase Loco says Grampy Mix.
Yep. Chase Loco gets it.
Kyla Harrison is a monster. Tampa 8-2 last 10 on the road in Boston. Wow. Patchy Mix sounds like a beard dye, but not the kind that Ryan Day uses.
No.
Good comments rolling in. Sean never had a chance versus Marab. Marab is probably the best champ. Mix is Jamarcus Russell of the UFC. Wow.
Insane,
that's a pretty big insult if you ask me. Okay. Steak, you're going to play the Red Sox. That sounds like you like the under?
Yep.
So we don't want to go too crazy with the batter prop here. Brewers at plus money. De Martinez, we'll talk about that in 2 seconds. I think that's the next game. Trevor Story hit a home run yesterday.
Yep, he did.
Devers hit a home run yesterday.
Toro hit a home run yesterday into the fucking upper deck.
Jeez.
If you want a Sox hitter, it's Duran. Okay, I don't want any hitters in this game. I'm gonna take Sox in the under.
I was just gonna say that Duran is a guy that I really like. Christian Campbell, 1 for 2 off Boss. Okay. Maybe a fun nerfy there, and then Bayo. Let's see. It's been good. It's been really good since he's come back. No complaints there. That's for sure. It'll be a fun game to watch. Good little Monday night of sports. Rays, Red Sox, and Stanley Cup Game 3. Wow, Josh Lau. 7 for 17, batting .412. Holy shit. Oh, I got the guy. It's Yandy. You want to know why it's Yandy?
Sure.
He just went 3 for 4 and hit a home run. Yandy is the pot full of water that's been sitting on the burner for about 3.5 minutes. Starting to boil.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you.
I might take Yandy 2+ hits.
Get ready to learn Bayo.
You don't sound intimidating at all.
That's what a guy who's intimidated would say.
So yeah, I'm gonna be on Yandy. I have not been betting the Rays. I've been doing such a good job. But I think I'm gonna bet on Yandy Diaz, and I'm not even gonna ask for permission. I'm just gonna fucking do it. Okay. Boys,
cool.
How are we still betting this shit sport?
I don't know, dude. I actually don't know. But let's talk about the Brewers and the Braves.
Yeah. Good game.
I guess. The Braves are dog shit. When does Vegas catch up to the Braves being dog shit? Because I don't know if they should be any type of favorite on the road. -165. The Brewers are the Brewers. I get it. They just lost the series to the Padres, whatever. It's Chris Sale. I get it. I get it all. The Braves are just dog shit, dude. I kind of want to just bet against them.
Kind of. I'm into that. I just wonder if you're too late. So
yeah, that's the scary thing.
Yeah. Braves have lost 7 in a row. Heavy favorites against the Brewers. Weird line to me. Don't care if it's Sale. The Braves are unbettable. So I have a question. This is for you, and this is for the chat. Something that we used to really, really lean into when we were wagering and was working for us were weird lines. Right? Weird lines. I still see them in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say I'm not doing a very good job. I should be doing a lot better because I need to find something that's successful for betting baseball because I'm absolutely terrible. I think maybe I'll monitor the weird lines. Like, what are the weird lines of the day and how are they doing? This could be a weird line, but I'm curious for the chat. Do you find that the weird lines are cashing or not cashing? Trying to think of the most recent one.
The Pirates have pretty weird lines every fucking game against the Phillies. White Sox were short against the Royals. They won 2 out of 3.
Yeah, but not as often.
I'm just pointing out some.
No. I was just talking to Snowman. Weird player prop lines cashing more than sides. Interesting.
That's good to know.
Possible to find a way. True. But like, for example, on a, on an NFL Sunday, right? Like if we're a few weeks into NFL and the weird lines are hitting the Eagles should be -7 against the Cowboys and they're -4.5 and the Cowboys win or cover. Like those things happen. And it's like, wow, we need to start betting weird lines. I'm just curious if it's been overwhelming one way or the other to weird lines not hitting or being complete traps and you're getting your ass kicked. Sounds like it's kind of 50-50. So yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to betting some of them. Steak, I like what you're saying. Just don't overthink it. The Braves are bad. They've been bad. You're worried you're going to fucking start timing at the wrong spot. Can I just give you a little bit of a warning if you choose to do it today?
I'm probably not going to, but sure.
Aaron Savale may have been fixed by the Milwaukee Brewers. Let me just tell you a little bit about what Aaron Savale is doing, okay? If you don't remember, the Rays traded for him, a very talented young prospect, Kyle Manzardo. He was not good with the Rays. He showed a couple flashes, but he was like a ground ball pitcher. He's going to give up a couple hits and like 2 to 3 runs. No big deal. He was terrible. So his first performance, Aaron Savale, was in New York against the Yankees. He went 3 innings, 68 pitches, 4 hits, 5 earned runs. He allowed 3 home runs. Okay. Since then, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 2 earned against the Reds. I tried to fade him with the Reds. It didn't work. So I'm starting to wonder, is Savale become a good pitcher? Those are just the kind of guys we are lately. It's crazy. I'm me way more than you.
No, but he's definitely right.
In baseball, it's way harder to spot, in my opinion. Yeah, totally agree. Off topic, but tell me we were absolutely shit nuking the Eagles 6.5 versus Cowboys. I think that's one of Steak's bets that he likes.
Definitely.
So be careful about Aaron Savale. He's either going to get fucking torched and blown up, or he's just going to stay being a pretty good pitcher. Sounds like you want to move on from this game, though. No real thoughts.
Definitely.
St. Louis and the Toronto Blue Jays. My guy Palante is up on the bump. Last time I played Palante, it was the old 7-2, top of the 5th, lost 8-7. I'm not going back. I'm not betting anything in this game. The Toronto Blue Jays have my respect. They're 8-2 in the last 10. They have my respect. I respect them. I respect Gate 14. I still will hold Johnny fucking accountable anytime he tries to be a hypocrite. That's for sure. Barrios is going. He's 2-2 with a 3.67 ERA. Palante's 4-3 with a 4.91 ERA. The total in this game is 8. Or 8.5.
I like the under. I like the under, and this is my Nerfy of the night. Nerfy of the night. Blue Jays Cardinals.
I liked it too, which means
you like the Nerfy too. Oh my god, dude!
I just started. You know what though? I'm not even going to pretend. I'm not even going to try to infringe on your bitch right now. This
honestly, you probably should. It'll be really funny, and then there will be a record for home runs hit in the first inning of a baseball game. Yeah, we've never teamed up on a Nerfy.
Okay, but I do want to be clear. As we were looking at this, and as I was talking about it, I was thinking not necessarily thinking under. I was thinking Nerfy though.
Okay, make a post and say you never do this, so I want you to do it. Say 12 likes, and me and Steak will drop our Nerfy of the night collab. And then we're going to drop it.
Okay? How many? 12?
12 likes. I don't like saying like a lot of likes because that feels even extra douchey than just asking for likes in general.
I know. I
but like saying a few likes is kind of funny at least.
Okay. By the way, chat, real quick, I am curious to hear your thoughts on this tweet. It is a opinion on what day is the best day to go to a weekend series baseball game. And I will do that tweet as soon as we're done. But real quick, because I'm looking at tickets. You got Friday night at 7 o'clock. To me, that's not ideal. Like a night game is nice, the background and everything. Vibes are high, but it's the end of the week. You're kind of tired. Saturday, 4 o'clock sounds good. You can still have your morning. You don't have to rush out of there. Or Sunday at 1:40. What do you think? What do you think is the best time to go to a weekend baseball game? Friday night, Saturday late afternoon, evening, or Sunday afternoon?
Saturday, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the common answer. Yep.
Exactly, Brent. Yeah, exactly.
All right. 12 likes. Steak and I will drop our Nerfy of the Night collab.
Thank you. You posted it?
I'm about to right now. Do you want me to tag you or just type Steak?
Just type Steak.
12 likes for Steak and I to drop our Nerfy.
Oh yeah, nasty masty. Read this. You're gonna like it. Oh, dude, that's what we should do. That's it. No home run in this game. I like that, dude. A lot. What are the odds? Can you look up the odds for me?
Yeah, but to be clear, we fucked up big time on the no home run thing. We really did. Kudos to Matty Chucks for leaning into that. And he made it his bitch. Good for him. I don't think for any reason we would be out there parlaying it for what it's worth, but
so we can't do it anymore.
We can do a no home run. Yeah. For the fucking record, I never saw a no home run bet until we put one out there.
But now Matty Chucks, I don't know who that is.
So Matty Chucks is the guy that's been parlaying them.
Oh, and hitting?
Yeah. And I like Matty Chucks. I don't know what the perception is on Matty Chucks. I mean, I never met the guy in fucking person, but he seems like a nice enough, normal enough guy. But yeah, Matty played that one. Yeah. Matty, and I'm not saying Matty stole it from us. Matty deserves credit. Look at this, Steak. This is what he's been doing. 82-1, parlaying them.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. We're just stupid.
We're
dumb.
stupid.
We're stupid, dumb, idiot, soft bitches. That's just the truth. We're all those things. But
we're fucking washed.
Can we take one today? Can we take that today? Can you tell me the odds?
I might need you to do it.
Oh, I don't know how. That's why.
You're not that useless.
I don't. I have Hard Rock, and that's sort of the problem. So just tell me where I go.
But you go to FanDuel. You go to FanDuel.
Okay, and then where on FanDuel do I look?
First home run.
So batter props?
No, like where it says no home run, there should be first home run of the game. DK is the easiest way to find it? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Someone in the chat tell me then, since fucking DJ
Chuck seems cool. He's rising up the SB influencer rankings, though. LOL. I do think he seems way cooler than fucking 95% of those other fucking dudes.
I mean, I'm having a hard time understanding the SB influencer rankings. Is it scammer rankings? Like, what is it? I don't get it. How do you rise up?
Scammy to me.
What?
He doesn't seem scammy.
No. He doesn't seem scammy to me at all. I'm asking about his rankings. Thank you, DC. Is that what it is?
I don't know. I would assume it would be due.
No home run plus 360, bro. That shit is hitting.
Dude, I forget all the time that Snowman sells picks.
I didn't know Snowman sold picks.
Yeah. Fuck you. I'm just kidding.
Snowman give out free picks all the time on his stream?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I don't care.
I don't care. No, I don't care. I don't care if people fucking lean into making money off of it because there's a market. Free enterprise.
I don't care if people scam other people's grandmas.
No, stop that. No, we don't like that.
Just kidding. I don't scam grandmas.
So, I hit 36-1 Nerfy on Saturday where I accidentally put one leg as second inning and it saved it, dude.
That's crazy. I know a lot of. I'm sorry, this is not funny, and I don't think it's cool to scam grandmas, but that's happened to a lot of my friends' grandmas. It does turn out that grandmas are the easiest to scam.
So no, do we love Snowman? I don't give a shit if you sell picks. I truly don't. Only if you are a mega douchebag and scammer, which I think is 95% of the people out there. My grandma bought.
Unretired is hilarious.
Okay. All right. No home run in that game. What do you like for
plus 360? I'll be sending you some money so you can illegally place a bet for me across state borders.
Dude, are we not locked though? Like we're trying. I don't understand. You know, we're not trying or locked in on the board.
I mean, here we are. Next, let's go to the next game. Speaking of being locked.
But do you see, like, used to be so what was different then than now?
I don't know, dude. I do not know, but I know
That's what I think. I just think shit was fucking hitting then.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Athletics Angels.
Sucks are about to go on the run. Contrarian shit smacked. Yeah. Is it not ironic Steak, who sells timeshares, know people who have gotten scammed? Board review every day is definition.
I don't fucking sell timeshares.
Exactly.
I'm cool with any rumor about me that exists, except you telling people that I sell timeshares. Literally, that's actually more offensive than some really fucked up shit you could say about me.
Can I just tell you one thing though?
Yeah.
This live bet that I hit for Alcaraz. This is a feeling to me that hasn't even resonated because I have not hit stuff like this in well over a year. And like, I don't even know if I got followers from this, but it did pretty well. This is where I quote tweeted Johnny, by the way. He said the dude who used the Nick Castellanos home run joke is talking. Ironic. It's kind of a pretty good comeback.
I thought Steve already tried to hit you with that.
He did.
So Johnny used Beeve's comeback against you?
I mean, if that's how you want to put it, then sure.
Also, I just want to say, since you get to go on rants about Beeve, Beeve doesn't own everything on the internet. He doesn't own everything on the internet. It's not fair that I can say I'm going to go home and jerk off and everyone's like, oh, you sound like Beeve. Beeve doesn't own jerking off. That's crazy. How do we live in a world where Beeve owns every low-hanging fruit joke that exists? You're like, oh, I'm going to get drunk and fight with my wife. Oh, that's what Beeve does. I'm going to eat cottage cheese. Oh, that's what fucking Beeve does. I'm going to go jerk off. Oh, that's what Beeve does. Beeve doesn't own everything. It's crazy. And don't look around. You were one of the ones like, yeah, you sound like Beeve.
Yeah, no, I'm digesting what you just said.
Okay, fine.
I definitely think, here's what I think. I think because there's a formula for low-hanging fruit burner jokes, which I'll be honest, and I'm not just accusing Beeve of only doing this because he has his own original things and whatnot. But like burner Twitter used to be so much funnier. Now it's saturated and all these dude, I don't know how many more times I can see a guy take a picture of a shitty canned domestic beer and say this in a racist blonde. Like, and it has 3,000 likes.
Yeah, or pissing on a toilet seat at a bar.
Oh my God.
Bro, we get it, dude. They're getting criminally unfunny. Like
they're so not funny.
Yeah.
And it sucks because there was a really good time. But Beeve does the shithead burner humor in a sports capping account. So when I see anything that makes me think of the shithead burner humor of like, oh, this doesn't work, I'm going to go jerk off, or like anything like Zin related or whatever, I just he's like the first guy I think of. Because he's the bridge to that burner humor.
The thing is I wasn't trying to be a burner. That's literally what I was going to do with my day. Like, I knew Sean O'Malley wasn't winning. I knew the whole day. The entire day, I knew he wasn't winning. And I also knew I was going to fucking put money on him for some reason, because that's just how I bet the UFC. Even somebody texted me, like a pretty sharp guy, is like, yeah, you can put your fucking life savings on Merab, and if you can just stomach the juice, it's like the freest bet ever. And still, there I am, betting way too much money on Sean O'Malley.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You're right on that one. I'll give you that one. That wasn't Beeve does not own that. You're right. I think the only thing Beeve actually owns that you did once was deactivate.
Yeah.
That's like Beeve's.
And I admitted it. I admitted that though.
You did. And
also,
I had to like.
He was supposed to deactivate once because of me, and he didn't. Don't forget that. You should have called him out for that when he was on the stream. If I was here, I would have done that. He said he was deactivating. The fucking Wolves came back from like a 19-point deficit to beat the Thunder. He was supposed to deactivate.
Yeah. I don't know when Trent said there's no stratosphere or he would bet his net worth. Sean isn't winning, I believed a little bit.
Yeah, that's unfortunately Fat Girls when I started to believe too.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
He said Sean wasn't winning, and I was like, oh, maybe Sean is going to win. But up until then, I was like, yeah, he has no chance.
Oh, got it. Oh, wait a minute. Exact score PODs used to be at an all-time high. There just used to be more passion. I don't know, man. I feel like our passion is still pretty high. But I haven't hit you with an exact score POD. Maybe tonight's the night. Panthers 2-1. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I don't know who's going to
Oilers 2-1.
Oilers 2-1. I like a 2-1. Never forget Degen scored 1 basket on beef. But let's be real.
Yeah, that should say never forget Degen scored on beef. Bang, suck it, beef. We went crazy.
You went crazy. You shoved.
Everybody went crazy. Everybody went crazy. The crowd went wild.
You had my back on that one, and you were really disappointed in my performance, and I understand that. My stamina really let me down. My knee let me down late, but that's not an excuse. My stamina hit before my knee hurt. It was bad. Also,
yeah, it's because when we used to play basketball, you used to be like the Energizer Bunny. So I was expecting more. I didn't realize how old we've gotten. We've gotten old. You used to run around a basketball court playing full court, and you were so annoying. Like, you were so annoying, dude. Because I just want to shoot open threes, and you're fucking playing like defense. Yeah, it's so annoying. So I was like, oh, you're gonna annoy the shit out of Beef. You're gonna annoy Beef into mental errors. I just thought you were gonna do more, but the knees wouldn't have it.
My clavicle is hurt this entire time, and all I've been doing is sitting here. Getting old sucks.
We're never talking about athletics, Angels, are we? Actually, we have to talk about it because I have a hard stop.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Yeah,
11:47.
Kikuchi's going against the A's and Jeffrey Springs, total at 9. Angels are minus 150. Are the Angels kind of hot? 5-5 in their last 10? No, I guess not. I saw the A's won yesterday though. A little bit of back down to life for the who they played, the Orioles. Well, the Angels get this credit. They've won back-to-back series against the Mariners and against the Red Sox. So kudos to them for that, I guess. Now the A's are coming in. They've won 3 of the last 4. Kikuchi, are you a Kikuchi guy or not? I am.
I'm not really, not as much as you. I'm kind of a Jeffrey Springs guy.
Oh, former Rays fucking legend, dude.
A's bats figuring out a little bit, but I don't know what to make of them. I'm sorry. Did I say Rays? I meant A's. I don't know what to make of the A's.
Dude, Kikuchi has a walk problem. Back-to-back games of 5 walks. Wow. So, okay, I have an idea. I have a thought. I think Kikuchi is going to be focused on not walking 5 guys, and he's going to throw fucking strikes, and I think the A's are going to mash him. We need an A's hitter.
Okay, is it as simple as Brent Rooker? Because for me, it is.
Dude, Max Muncy's on the
A's. Snack says Jacob Wilson if you want to dabble there. J.S. Sparks leans the over. Can't say I hate that at all. I think it seems fairly obvious, but I don't think that matters in the MLB at all. I don't lean aside.
Okay.
At all. I'm lean Brent Rooker. Snacks says Jacob Wilson bases, and J.S. Sparks leans the over, which I don't hate.
Oh, that's what I wanted to look at.
Yeah. Max Muncy's a hot dude, right?
I don't know. I didn't even know he was on the fucking A's. When did he leave the Dodgers?
I think Max Muncy's a hot dude.
Let's see. Oh, it's a different Max Muncy. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's Max P. Muncy, dude. It's like Luis F. Castillo.
Fuck, are there more than one Max Muncy's, bro? I could get if there's more than one Jacob Wilsons. Max Muncy? Get the fuck
2 Max Muncy's is absolutely fucking
I'm
crazy.
fucking out on Max Muncy the fucking second. No way.
Yeah, let's move on to the next game.
All right, but Rooker has been pretty hot. He is off no for 3 game, but he has been good. So I kind of like that. Could be a don't overthink it guy. All right, Arizona and the Mariners. Arizona kind of pathetic going into Cincinnati and getting swept. Going back home, you've got the Mariners still on the road. They just lost, or no, they just won. I'm sorry. They won finally yesterday. Let's see. Diamondbacks minus 165, total at 9. And you've got Merrill Kelly going against Emerson Hancock. Anything here, Steak?
Emerson Hancock. Like I said, I like the Diamondbacks. I think they're really cool, but I can't figure them out from a gambling standpoint at all.
All right. Well, Snowman pointed it out, and he's right. Merrill Kelly has been awesome. 6-2 on the season. Sharps like the under in this one.
Sharps like the under. Okay. I'm looking into Emerson Hancock. I feel like he started the season miserably, and it's kind of like not been amazing, but kind of got his shit together. Is that wrong?
It says Hancock. For Emerson Hancock?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hancock pitches well and no decision. Yeah, he's been really good. He's been really good. His last 4 games have been excellent.
Sharps like the under, huh? I don't like the under.
I was going to say this might be my nerfy of the night.
You already have a nerfy of the night. Bitch.
Oh, yeah, we're collabing. Oh, I don't know. Let's see if we got 12 likes. If we didn't get 12 likes, fucking.
If we didn't get 12 likes, I'd probably deactivate.
We're at 10. Nobody wants it. I can't blame them.
But
Crutch
they
says
should want it. They should want it because they could fade.
I know.
You're just sitting here till we get 12 likes?
No. I'm looking at a Julio Rodriguez got hurt yesterday. I was trying to look for a hitter, but I don't want to force anything in this game. I don't like it. You like the over?
Kinda, yeah. Kinda do.
Okay. All right. Dodgers, Padres?
Yeah. Pavetta, Dusty May. The other Max Muncy Sr. is plus 450 to homer. He's the hot dude, I think. I hope. I don't even fucking know anymore, dude.
I don't know. Yeah. I was gonna say, how do you not like the Padres here? How do you not like the Padres?
I have such bad luck trying to fade the Dodgers.
All right. Well, the Padres are playing better. They just won a series in Milwaukee, which is not easy to do. The bats are cold, though. Last 4 games, 2-2, 3-1. Sound like the fucking Nationals. But they won a series in Milwaukee. Now they travel. But the Dodgers are traveling too. Both teams are traveling. So that's a wash there, traveling from St. Louis.
This is kind of what I think. I kind of think it's Shohei. That's what I kind of think.
Well, he's a lefty on a righty, so I guess that would make sense. He is, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row with a double. He has not hit a home run since June 2nd. God, he's batting .293 with 23 home runs. Good God. He's got 39 RBIs. Okay. That's what you like? You like the Padres or no?
I like I kind of do. But I just don't see it happening for me.
Shohei against Pavetta, 4 for 12, 2 home runs. Yeah, he Snacks is right. He's the square up guy.
Yep. I might do it.
Okay. All right. And what's your play in the NHL, Steak?
Under. I'm going to join you with the under.
Do you want to do a quick recap or you got to get out of here?
Do a quick recap.
All right. Quick recap in the MLB, and then we're going to shut it down. Cleveland, Cincinnati. I kind of want to press the plus price with Cincy, and I like Tyler Stevenson. You like Ellie De La Cruz, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Pirates and the Marlins. I like the Pirates.
I kind of do too.
Yep. Phillies, Cubs, Trey Turner.
Cubs over Trey Turner.
Red Sox, Rays, Yandy.
Red Sox. Under.
Okay. Milwaukee, Braves, nothing.
Kind of want to fade Braves, but don't think I'm going to do it.
Okay. St. Louis, Toronto, collab nerfy of the night.
Collab nerfy of the night. No home run plus 360.
A recap at the end of the Monday recap. My cup runneth over. Or maybe like Dodgers Muncy to strike out twice and A's guy over 3 bases. Not locked. What the fuck are you? What is Facker? Old Degen would have already had a Muncy home run lay and had a cool quote for it on his Twitter. Oh, is he just saying?
If I like or don't like what Fat Girls is doing? He might be motivating you. So I see the wheels in your head turning when he says stuff. And so I kind of might low key like what Fat Girls.
I don't know if he understands though. It's
He's basically like the guy saying like, "You've changed, man. Used to be cool." That's what he's doing right to you. Right
he's not wrong. I used to be a lot cooler. I used to be able to have more money to do these stupid parlays and these stupid bets. You need to go backwards to go forwards. I'm just kicking the horse without hurting it. 2 very good sayings. That first one used to be in a soccer. You got to go backwards to go forwards.
I'm just kicking the horse without hurting it. Really
motivation. I've never heard that one before. I missed the old deed. What do you guys want from me? Streaming full time? No way. I've been streaming for fucking 2.5 years.
Max. Yeah, you get more breaks, honestly, because You used to do this by yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm the
also-
problem, dude. Maybe I'm the problem.
No, you're not the problem. I saw doing solo is rough. Muncie lay would be great engagements. Here's the thing: you can't win. You do a Muncie lay, you're just engagement baiting. You don't do one, oh, you've changed and you're soft.
Anyone who says we're just engagement baiting is just not understanding that. We're on here talking to people.
No, I know what I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I will never do this. I hate this. No, I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you what I do. Because the last time I did this, I get shit on by fucking Johnny and Beaver. But you only, or Cam His Money also came after me. They unit shamed me, getting my dick kicked in, trying to bet responsibly, and I was betting like fucking $25. They call me a little bitch. Maybe I'll just
unit shame me for betting too much. You can't win.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, you really put 250 on that parlay? It's like, yeah, dude. If I put less, I won't feel anything.
I do have something that I like. All right. Steak. I think that's. Oh no. St. Louis, Toronto, Angels, A's.
No thanks.
Mariners, D-backs.
Under. I'm sorry. Over.
Yep. Padres, Dodgers.
I'll lean Padres and Shohei.
I lean Padres too, and there is nothing wrong with betting $25.
Of course not, dude. $25 is, of course, an acceptable. That's real money.
Steak. Great job. Happy Monday. Solid hour and 55 minutes that we've given the people on a Monday morning. I'll check you later. Have a great day.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. That was fun, as always. I do have to get into the day a little bit. Tomorrow is going to be kind of corp. I have a 9 and a 9:30, and then I have a 1 o'clock. Not that the 1 o'clock should interfere with anything, but I have to get home to stream likely. So bear with me tomorrow. We might start a little bit later than usual. For me, in the hockey game, no real strong opinion tonight. What did I tell you? Did I tell you? I think I even tweeted. It's going to be the best Stanley Cup you've ever seen. Cash that. That's the only thing I've been right about in the last fucking 16 months. That's the only thing I've been right about. It's the best Stanley Cup finals you're ever going to see. Okay. And yeah, I fell asleep last game, but I went back and rewatched it. It was fucking awesome. Okay. Got some good games tonight. Rays, Red Sox, Stanley Cup. I like the under. I like the first period under. All right. Too old to stay up. This is brutal. Yeah. I don't know what you want me to fucking do. Okay. I don't know what you want me to do. Remember this. You can always lie about it. All right. At least I'm honest with you. All right. Anyways, have a great day. I almost passed out last game too. Yeah. Thanks for admitting it. Okay. It's hard to getting old. It's tough. All right. We're doing our best. Good luck on all your bets. I will see you guys tomorrow nice and early. All right. Thanks for hanging out as always. Peace.